involved in some
beautiful centre by Danny Rose. Played down to his left-hand side by Tom Heaton. What a... Davinson Sanchez, who reached the quarter-finals of the Copa America in the summer with Colombia. 11. Danny Rose is inched forward on the left-hand side, somewhat unnoticed. Lovely ball to find him. Couldn't quite. First time this season. And they're under pressure, as we saw with Norwich City last night. And the attack against Aston Villa already. Lucas Moura with the early shot. It's going to... And it's a goal kick. Welcome back to the Premier League, Aston Villa. Inside the first 17 seconds, the start to his Premier League career.
manager.
Long ball forward here, Robin. Here's John McGinn into the penalty area. John McGinn has scored at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And he gives Aston Villa a shock lead. Just signs a new 5-year contract. The man wanted by Manchester United, according to Sir Alex Ferguson in the summer, back in the big time. It's a sensational start for the Villains. Held in by Lamela, it's too high. Did before its deadline, and he remains a Tottenham Hotspur player, much to the relief of a lot of Tottenham fans.
Now, the season, Wesley, they really need to get off to a good start.
Villa happy to stay narrow and give space to... Brings back some nice memories as well, doesn't it, Robert?
Yeah, he was.
The guide as well. Once again, it's bounced awkwardly. I think he should keep it in play, and does. He's on the bench today. Long ball forward, looking for Harry Kane. Mings just gets his head to it.
Spurs, who, from the first minute on the front foot, they've got to stay concentrated defensively.
Sissoko trying to... That's why he's not out there or on the bench. For a red card he got late last season at Boyd. Tax Bill. And it goes to Trezeguet on his left foot. Takes a deflection for Trezeguet to open Alderweireld up with an absolutely critical challenge.
Allowed to go.
The goal in the period was
a little bit of frustration starting from a few of the Spurs players. Villa, of course, with one.
Here's Sissoko. Kane offers his services down the right-hand side. Lovely drop of the shoulder by Ndombele. He's playbacking at everything that's happening on the field. Wesley's down after a challenge. Here's Sissoko into the nib. Harry Kane, it's a giant go. Winks. Rose again is onside. Plenty to aim for. It went low to the near. Only a flight and air under that one. It's going to be Danny Rose who collects the loose ball.
Yes.
So if you're a Villa fan and you fancy a trip across, Robbie Mustoe is your man for Villa. Lovely football by Aston Villa. El Ghazi, he's fat. No, he's not. Second City of Birmingham. It was sad to see their slow decline and inevitable relegation.
Promoted, but they shouldn't. Spurs have also defensively just a little sloppy today.
Got a hamstring problem. Free kick's been taken. Here's Grealish. Low ball in, repelled by Alderweireld. Norwich didn't work early doors for them last night. They were 4-0 down at half-time against Liverpool. But Asfield, but they're not afraid of attacking, playing the Villa here. They're taking care of business at the back in the midfield. Experience. Threads it down the line for Trezeguet. It's a lovely-looking cross. Davinson Sanchez, the centre-back, had been drawn out to cover for. It was only Wesley at the near post as the give-and-go with Lucas. Still Ndombele, thinking about the shot. And then he tries to thread it. Why didn't you put me in? Into Harry Kane when he had Eric Lamela on the right-hand side, who's got his palms raised to the sky. Space for Walker Peters. He'll have a run at Neil Taylor. Goes for the byline.
Look up and try and find a white shirt.
Fast feet from Tanguy Ndombele. Winks again, pulls the strings in the centre of that Tottenham midfield. Looking for Harry Kane. Roared on by the enormous south bank away to our right-hand side that seats around 70 from a Villa perspective. Horahan straight on by Danny Rose. No, says the referee. Dean Smith is furious in the technical area. Harry Kane with the shot. He has switched flanks with El Ghazi. Here's Winks. Plenty of movement ahead of him. It almost really
stretching them out.
Lamela again, just trying to thread it through the legs of Horahan. Good pace shown by Jack Grealish. Trezeguet, is he onside? The flag stays down. Trezeguet for Aston Villa. The Lottie appearances in the top flight for Swansea City. And they lead Tottenham Hotspur here by a goal to 0, but for how long? Here's Lamela. And this control, it's on the left here for Trezeguet. A change of angle. The cross, the header by Wesley. Ghazi. To attack for Villa.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought Lamela would get back. Struggled to get through there. Really, we haven't seen very little of in this first half.
Another with the cross. And there's a whiff of a shock in the air. What can Spurs do about it? Well, they can look slightly wider. Winks. He's going to have a go, and it was always Walker-Peters again. Short to the edge of the area. Lamela slides it through. Flag stays down. Sissoko. Here is Harry Kane. We're into the minute of time added on. Kane! Oh, goodness me. So in theory, it wouldn't have counted. Put it wide. The flag is up on the far side. Peters, Sissoko on the overlap. Back it goes to Ndombele. The chip towards the back post. Harry Kane is there. It's over the... Lovely move by Tottenham, but it comes to nothing. Barbie, flag had stayed down. Brought here by his dad, who had season tickets. And possession in this first half so far. Sissoko's going to have a go. Here's Harry Kane, dangerous area on his left foot. Inside it goes towards nice top of the shoulder by Winks. Threads it into the penalty area. Harry Kane is there. The door is from McGinn into the penalty area. Was he bundled over? Chris Kavanagh, who was 15-20 yards out. 1,000-seater stand behind the goal. Floated in. Mings with the header. Will it fall to Sissoko? It does. Harry Kane sticks out a leg. Lamela comes in. We'll get to that in a second. Here's Lamela. Floated cross towards the edge of the penalty area. El Ghazi runs into balls here to Moussa Sissoko. Chance! Far post. No one to prod it home. The nearest man to it in white was Lucas.
Shocking miss. Really is. Got to be scoring Higgs.
I think it was a shot by Sissoko that he dragged wide.
After that awful incident from Jack Grealish.
Sissoko against Taylor. Corner kick. Opportunity perhaps for Eric Lamela. Now Sissoko. Almost. Walker-Peters. Straight to El Peters. Is Harry Kane wide on the right-hand side. Low ball in. Mings did very well.
Doing anything fancy back there.
Alderweireld was there. He was the club record signing there, but he tore his ACL very early in his Bournemouth career. He Winks. Here is Sissoko. Given away. Lucas. Here's Eric Lamela. Shrugs off Horahan. Harry Kane. It's another terrific. Floated in. Kane with the header. Nearly fell to Sissoko. Wesley dispossessed. Here's Sissoko. Taylor's the defender. It is still open until early September on the continent in Europe, so in theory it could still go. And it goes from Ericsson midfield.
And with him as well into that, the product sign for him.
Lamela swings it in, the header at the near post. And I wonder if there might be an injury. He's had a couple of heavy challenges, hasn't he? Whether that's an issue or not, I'm not entirely sure. Davinson Sanchez was there. It's still there for Spurs. Out it goes again. It's the equaliser! On debut. And Ndombele for Spurs in front of the south stand. Tom Heaton thought he'd kept the ball out initially with a quite magnificent piece of goalkeeping. But on his Premier League debut, Tottenham's record signing equalises in front of 17,500 behind that goal. 1-1.
And what a strike.
The flag has stayed down. Chip towards the back post. Or I'd say more like the near post. Engels the defender. Harry Kane onto his right foot. Low drive, and it's Mings again.
Kind of negative from the fans here when he comes on.
Walker-Peters is going to have a go. It takes a deflection.
It's got to leave this Villa line.
Again, sprinting after Davinson Sanchez. He made life very uncomfortable there for the Colombian. Walker-Peters. The overlap from Rose. The cross comes in. It falls here to Alderweireld. It takes a deflection. Harry Kane. Walker-Peters.
That's magnificent from Heaton.
The corner comes in. Sissoko. Corner. Oh. And he started brilliantly. Lucas. Another corner. Grealish sticks to his task. There's the chip towards the back post. Almost falls to Lucas. It was the acrobatics from Spurs wall. Christian Eriksen is poised, right-footed. Oh, what a...
Again from that man, Christian Eriksen. That's a brilliant piece of goalkeeping, but have a look at this for composure.
Excellent from Lamela to pick the pocket of Jack Grealish. It falls to Harry Kane! Kane for Tottenham! That could be the winning goal! Inside the final 5 minutes, Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 1.
86 minutes.
It's that man, Harry Kane, once again. Aston Villa's brave resistance is broken. Could be the winning goal. In front of the south stand. To look for something. Luis. McGinn. And Dombele is going to have a little run here at El Mohammadi. There's the cross. Mings with the header. Imperious. Motoring to his right is Sissoko. Lamela pointed to where he wants the ball. Sissoko decided to go it alone. Here's Nkudu on his right foot. And it's blocked this time by Engels.
Making the changes, tactical switches, good substitutions.
Here's Lucas. Still Lucas. It's a nail-chewing time in North London. Guess who headed that to it? McGinn. That's terrific defensive work again. Musa Sissoko marauding through the midfield. Harry Kane again. Kane! It's 3-1.
Amazing play.
They've come from a goal down late on. They huffed and they puffed and they've blown the Aston Villa doors in here. 2 for Harry Kane, 3 for Tottenham Hotspur on opening day.